Things now kind of converging on these Tigers. We've got undefeated season on the line. We've got homecoming here on the line. We've got final year in Beal Stadium, and all these things kind of coming down at once. And we'll get to see firsthand here how the Tigers handle that and how they are able to respond to those kind of circumstances. I won't even call them challenges anymore, but how they respond to those circumstances is going to go a long way here towards the outcome of this one. And we are just about set for kickoff here at Beal. So we've got number 75, Kyle Zhang, on to kick for the Spartans. Bowman and Pierce back deep for the Tigers. The kick is taken by an up back as the kick was a little bit short. Coming around here to the outside, you've got a lane. One man to beat and just does get brought down from behind. Does number 26, Isaiah Byral. Nice return there by Byral. And that'll set up the Tigers right near midfield and start their first possession. Actually, they're across midfield on the Spartan 49-yard line. So they get to start in plus territory as they begin this mission here to extend their winning streak and keep the undefeated season alive. These are the number 6 ranked Marshfield Tigers. Krieger ready with it. Calls for it, hand off to Bowman. Bowman up the middle, slips one, drags a few more, and he's going to have a gain of about 7 on first down for the Tigers. Oh, good chunk of positive yardage here to start for the Tigers, and get things rolling right away, all down to the north 42-yard line, just outside of the 42, right in front of us here. We'll get a good look at the Tigers' offense here. Krieger, shotgun, Byral right behind him, sends Bowman in motion. Hand off to the up back is Byral. Makes a couple miss and powers ahead down to the 33-yard line. A 9-yard gain by Isaiah Byral. Again, nice piece of running there by Byral. Back-to-back big runs, big gashes by the Tigers against this Spartan defense. 1st and 10 now from the 32-yard line. Krieger drops back to pass, under pressure, rolls out to his right. Still searching, falls, and it'll be a sack. Pressure put on initially by number 90 for the Spartans, who didn't make the roster today. And finally tapped down by number 3, Trayvon Lee. Second along now upcoming for the Tigers, and they send on number 11, Joey Gadel. Gadel comes in with the play. Relays to Krieger, and in the huddle they go. Gadel all the way out here wide to this side of the field. Pierce in the slot. Bowman in motion. Pitch comes out to Bowman, running all the way around this side. He's going to try to get around Lee and does. Gets the corner, comes back in, and Lee chases him all the way back around and down as Trayvon Lee lost his fanny pack on the field. That's been retrieved and will be sent back towards the Spartan side of the field as our white hat is attempting to flag him down, and Lee's like, yeah, that's mine, I'll take it. So gain of 4 on the play brings it up to back to the original line of scrimmage after that first down, so it's going to be 3rd and 10 from the 33. Bowman again put in motion, stops behind Krieger, hand off to Byral. Byral slips one, rotates around another, keeps chugging away inside the 20, and it's a first down run by Isaiah Byral. We're going to mark him down around the 23-yard line, a 9-yard run. I'm sorry, on the 18-yard line. 12-yard run on 3rd and 10 for Byral. So 1st and 10 from the 18. Is our clock going? Yeah. Krieger being patient here at the line of scrimmage, identifies the defense. Just a quick 2-step drop and scrambles out, and a nice pass down on the sideline, hauled in. And that was hauled in by number 18, Isaac Meverden. So first pass attempt on the day for Krieger is complete, and it's a gain of 16. First and goal now from the 2 for the Tigers. Gadel comes out wide, the only receiver in the formation. Everybody else is in tight. Krieger turns, hands to Bowman. Bowman jukes one and in. Touchdown, Tigers. So it only took the Tigers 3 minutes, 10 seconds to march down the field, 49 yards. In for a touchdown. 2-point conversion here is good for the time being. Flag on the play, though. It looked like illegal formation on the Tigers as Coffrin trotted into the end zone, but it's a false start. And now the Tiger coaching staff signals 1, and they will kick the extra point now. Still Coffrin, though, in on the attempt. Tigers easily moving on the field on the Spartans, and see if that's a trend that the Spartans care to stop. They've been kind of marched on all year, and the march continued here in Marshfield. And we will keep you updated with scores from around the area as the game goes on, as Coffrin puts it up and through. And again, with 8:50 left in the first quarter, it's Marshfield 7. Oshkosh North will get the ball for the first time after this.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
All right, back at Beal Stadium here as we, again, continue our countdown. Games left at Beal, and now there's 1 game, 3 quarters, 8 minutes and 50 seconds left at Beal. In the regular season, these Tigers will have at least 1 home playoff game, but that's a whole different thing. The WIA comes in here, and they take over the field, and you kind of got to assimilate to whatever they've got going on. So for tradition's sake, this one and 1 more left next week. We close out Beal forever. Mason Coffrin now on to kick. As we take a look back here for the Spartans, number 2, Wesley Lowe, back to receive, and it looks like Braden Christie along with him. Well, Christie's got his back to me, and it indeed is Christie, and he will field the punt at the 8-yard line, and is swallowed up immediately there by the Tiger kick team. And in on the tackle first is number 38, Ben Gust. Nice job by Gust there getting down on teams and making the stop. So, Spartans get the ball here for the first time this game. Spartans been challenged both on offense and defense this year. And the Marshfield Tiger defense has been the story here for the Tigers in 2018. So tall task ahead here for the Spartans, but that's why they play the game. So they bring in big number 15, Dion Stulo, a senior, and we've got a flag before the Spartans even get up to the line. And Tiger's a little jumpy. Stulo hadn't even began his cadence yet, and Tigers were jumping offside, so they're going to move the Spartans up 5 yards to the 24. So Stulo calls for it once, calls for it twice. Actually, Stulo out in motion here. And a flag in the backfield. This is all coming back as holding is going to be the call here. That will be a hold as Eddie Pantau broke loose across the 50-yard line. But again, that'll be coming back here on the hold, and it'll be first and long for the Spartans. So, as we take a look back, the Spartans have come to the line of scrimmage twice, will not have run an official play, and 2 penalties. 1 on the Tigers, 1 on the Spartans. Interesting set of events, but it's been an interesting year here at Beal. Interesting year for the Tigers overall. And nothing will surprise me here at Beal this year. And mostly what I'm referring to here is 2 weeks ago as the Spash Panthers came in on what looked to be an overmatched Panthers team compared to these Tigers. They took the Tigers all the way down to the wire. They had the ball on the 2-yard line with about 10 seconds left and couldn't punch it in. The Tigers escaped with the win that day, and part of their undefeated record here and their number 6 ranking in Division II football. All right, Tao calls for it now. And a jet sweep underway here is number 87, who also didn't make the roster for the Spartans. So wish I could tell you a name, but cannot. So Crumry, I'm being told here, as somebody else has got a better roster than I do. But it's the roster they gave me when I got here. Second and long here from Spartan 15-yard line. Tao comes to the line, checks the defensive alignment for the Tigers, checks with the sideline. And the sideline has made the adjustments. Actually, now it's Wesley Lowe in at quarterback as the Spartans shuffle quarterbacks around. He does get the pass off under heavy pressure there by number 29, Emmett Meisner. Meisner causing Lowe to get the ball off before he wanted to, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and long for the Spartans. Pass intended for Crumry, but never got all the way there. So Lowe now again in the shotgun. At first formation, they came up, and it was Stulo who was actually behind the center, but they never got to run that play because the Tigers were offside. They may have been attempting to do some trickery there, but anyway. Stulo off to the right of Lowe. Lowe takes a snap, looks to his right, flushed out again, and Stein's on the pressure and tackles him just after he released the ball, and it's going to bring up a 4th down and a punt for the Spartans. So back-to-back pressure situations put on there by the Tigers. First by Meisner, second by Steins, and it's a punt upcoming. Brant Bowman and Isaac Meverden will stand at the Spartan 45-yard line. Crumry is set to punt. He stands on the goal line. And will send it away towards Bowman and Meverden. Picks up the ball off the ground, kicks it. And Bowman is going to let it go, and it's going to go trickle here just across the 40 down to the 44. And the Tigers again will start in plus territory. Started that first drive back on the 49. They'll start this one on the 44 right after we come back. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, back here at Beal, and it's going to be, again, the Tigers from the 44. Krieger takes it, fakes a pitch out to the right, and it's Bowman scampering right up the middle of the gut. Right up the gut of the Spartans, and he's down to the 30-yard line, a gain of 14 by Bowman. Nice piece of running there by Brant Bowman, as you may call that an option, although I don't think Krieger ever intended to pitch that out wide. I think that handoff was going to Bowman the whole way, so they're just going to mark him down at the 31-yard line. So gain of 13 on the last play. Krieger drops back to pass, 3-step drop, pump fakes, brings it down. He's going to run from there. Krieger across the 25 and fumbling, and it's a dive for it. It looks like the Spartans are on it. We'll see who comes up with it, but just as Krieger was going down, he coughed up the ball, and it's a turnover to the Tigers, and that's exactly what a beaten-up, downtrodden team like the Spartans need, is a turnover, and they get one here on the second drive of the game by the Tigers. So Oshkosh will take over when we come back from their own 29. We'll be right back.
should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better do.
All right, back here in Marshfield, Spartans see what they can do off the turnover, and what they're going to do is call a timeout. So 6:41 left in the first quarter. Again, Spartans just off of a Ryan Krieger fumble and recovery. And we'll come back here in just a minute and see what the Spartans have in mind after this timeout. V&H Automotive serves Marshfield and central Wisconsin with new Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram trucks. Our professional staff of factory-trained sales associates and parts and service personnel are here to serve you. Our business managers use more than a dozen lenders to ensure you the lowest rates anywhere. From Marshfield to Wausau, Wisconsin Rapids to Stevens Point, or Colby to Medford, we are a short drive from anywhere for friendly service and very competitive pricing. Come see V&H Automotive today.
UW Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW Stevens Point.
All right, back here in Marshfield, and Tiger defense is going to swallow up number 9 there, Adipan Tau. It's a loss of a couple on the play. As we take a look at scores here around the area, Pittsville Wild Rose still scoreless. You can catch that game at ZaleskiSportsShow.com. Just click Live Sports. Auburndale just punched one in over in Stratford. They take an early lead, 6-0. Extra point attempt pending. And again, both those games over at defense, tough. That was Trayvon Lee. He put his head down. He charged head first into that line, and his neck, shoulder area may just be a little painful after that. But he did. He put his helmet right into about 3 Tigers, and he's going to come off the field there to check that out. But that neck does not feel good at that point. Which one is Pittsville, do you think? All purple?
They'd be in white because they're in Wild Rose.
So Wild Rose, down in Wild Rose, again, that's the number 7 ranked Pittsville Panthers. They're another undefeated team in the area. Wild Rose marching here early in that game. And it looks like they've got a goal-to-go situation down in Wild Rose. Lowe keeps, takes it across the 35, and then falls backwards to the 37-yard line. Nice run there, gain of about 9 for Lowe. That's going to bring up 4th down here for the Spartans, and they send Crumry back out to punt, and that takes Bowman and Meverton back deep for the Tigers. So the turnover turns out not to be costly for the Tigers. Not something you want to get in the habit of, though. The Spartans only gained 8 yards after the turnover, and we've got a false start here by the Spartans. Number 32, Draco Holt, trying to get a head start. Looked like Canadian League football, as he was running from the backfield towards the line of scrimmage. If you're an Alouette, that's a good move to make. If you're a Spartan, can't do it. So it's going to push him back 5 more yards. It's going to be pushed back to the 32. So the 4th and 2 becomes 4th and 7. Punt team stays on for both teams. Marshfield's been able to move the ball in their first 2 possessions, but again, that fumble stunted the growth of the last possession. Nice punt here by Crumry. Bowman signals fair catch and brings it in at the Tiger 42-yard line, and that's where they will start possession number 3. With 4:23 left in the first, it's Marshfield 7, Oshkosh North nothing.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple. Thank you.
Krieger with the handoff here, and a nice move put on. Nice move put on by Caden Pierce, and Pierce dashes ahead of the 50. And that's a gain of about 13 for Caden Pierce.
Nice run around the left end. Good for a Tiger first down. Hale with the tackle.
Pierce took the handoff up the middle and broke outside almost right away. Almost as if that was his plan the whole way through. I don't think it was, though. Brandon Berg now on the field for the Tigers, brings the play in. Tigers in a formation just about standard for them here. Krieger in the pistol. Hands off to Bowman. Bowman charges right up the middle, breaks one tackle, and a football's loose on the ground again, and it's another turnover for the Tigers. Back-to-back turnovers for the Tigers. And the Spartans staying alive here in this one. We'll keep it here with 3:52 left in the first. But man, oh man, Bowman had a run of about 9 yards. So he gets 9 yards on the carry and then fumbles at the end. And Coach Gadel is reminding his guys, ball security. Telling him to hang on to the thing. And I think most of Beal Stadium, at least on this side of the field, is telling him to hang on to the thing too. Both times, both Krieger and Bowman extending, looking to keep their legs moving and push forward, and both times lost the ball. Got to give credit to the Spartans digging that ball out here. So, 30-yard line now, best field position of the evening for the Spartans, their own 30-yard line. And a option run there by number 9, Tau. And Tau up about a gain of about 4. So 2nd and 6 upcoming from the 35-yard line. Tiger defense looking to put a stop to this right here and right now. Get the ball back to their offense. Offense here on the sidelines trying to figure out how to hang on to it. The Tau makes one miss, charges ahead, and he's going to be about a yard short to the first down. Going to bring up 3rd and 1 for the Spartans. Ben Gust on the tackle for the Tigers. Well, Coach Lutka here calling in the defensive formation, and see what the Spartans do here is we got one up back. Kind of slid in right behind the tight end on the far side. He could be a lead blocker here depending on what Spartans do. Tau takes a look at the sideline now to double check with his coaches on what to do here on 3rd and 1 after they've seen the formation. A handoff here up the middle and is not going to be there. Actually, he's going to lose about 1 on the play as the Tiger defense knifed through the line. And leading that knifing there was number 81, Alex Wehrman. Well, Spartans will send their punt team, or a version of it. They've kept number 6, Braden Christie, on the field here. Crumry back to punt and gets this one away. Bowman with it towards the sideline is going to let it go out of bounds. And that's going to stop the clock. So the Tigers again will get the ball back with 1:48 left. They remain up 7-0. Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chili, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota, powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement. So updates again from around the area. Stratford came back right away, tied up the Apaches 7-7. That game in Stratford. Wild Rose had a goal to go, and we just took a check on that. There's no score down there, so Pittsville able to stop the Tigers and Wild Rose, right? Tigers?
Wildcats.
Wildcats, I was close. It's a cat.
Well, Ravenstein with the tackle. Second forward.
So anyway, they were somehow able to stop the Wildcats. Now the Panthers on the move. They're across the 50 into Wildcat territory. Again, you can find any of these games at ZaleskiSportsShow.com. Just click on Live Sports. Krieger handoff to Bowman. Bowman, another carry right at the middle. And that's going to be enough for a first down as he sprints ahead for just about 6 yards on the carry. So 2 runs and a first down for the Tigers here to start this next possession. Meverton split out wide to the far side. Joey Gadel down here right in front of us. Krieger takes it, looks that way first, then back to Meverton's side. Completed pass here across the middle. Nice job there as the slot receiver comes back for that ball. And that was Brant Bowman. So pitch and catch, Krieger to Bowman.
Complete for a gain of 5. Bolte with the tackle.
Gain of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 as we hit the 1 minute mark here at Beal Stadium in the first quarter. Krieger drops back to pass. He is harassed back there by a couple of Spartans, able to avoid a few, and number 55, who put on the initial harassment, Andrew McAvoy, comes back and makes the tackle there. And it's going to be a loss of about 1 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and a long 6 here for the Tigers.
Tackle was made by Alzon.
See if Marshfield's able to get a play off or if they even want to run another play here in the first quarter as we close in here on the end of the first. Tigers at the Spartan 49-yard line. Krieger, Byro behind him. Bowman in motion, and they do get one more play off. It's a handoff to Isaiah Byro, and Byro sprints up the middle, and it's a first down as the ball is going to be marked down around the 37-yard line. A 12-yard run by Isaiah Byro, and that's where we'll pick up action in the second quarter. Marshfield 7, Oshkosh North nothing. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
All right, back here at Beal Stadium. Again, we start the second quarter. The Tigers started with a fresh set of downs after the 12-yard Isaiah Byro run. Gets them down to the Spartan 37. And it's 1st and 10 from there. Krieger with it. Rolls to his right. Looks right. Meverton streaking to the end zone. Krieger didn't pull the trigger on that. Instead, is going to pull the trigger and throw it into the fence here along the home side of Beal Stadium. Meverton covered well. Sometimes you can throw that guy open, and Coach Gadel here on the sideline is going to talk to both Meverton and Krieger. Likely just transferring the play here. I don't think he's going to tell him much more than that, but oftentimes, especially after a big run like that to start the quarter, you'll launch that ball to the end zone and see what happens. Meverden had one-on-one as he was matched up against Sam Shamans. And he's matched up against Shamans here on the near side of the field. Tigers, though, with the ball in the far hash. Krieger puts Bowman in motion. Bowman all the way back around. Inside handoff here to Pierce. And Pierce is going to struggle his way up the field for about a 6 or 7 yard gain. A nice push there by the Tiger offensive line. Allowed Pierce that nice gain there on first down. Didn't look like much from here, but after I looked up and saw where the previous spot was and then where he tackled that offensive line, it pushed those Spartans just that far. And a 3rd and 3 now as a result of that. Bowman in the slot to the near side. Byrell behind Krieger. Pierce again in motion. Handoff goes to Byrell. Byrell steps to his left, and he is swallowed up there, and a gain of about 1 for Byrell is going to bring up a question mark here on 4th down. It's going to be 4th and 3 from the Oshkosh North 30. Be a 47-yard field goal from there, so maybe not too big of a question mark, although Mason Coffrin down here with Coach Gadel on the sideline, and Coffrin trots onto the field. Actually, they're going to mark it down on the 28. So a 45-yard field goal perhaps upcoming here. Krieger stays on to hold, and it will not be a hold. They're going to go for it here. In a traditional I formation here, Byrell lead block, puts on a block. Gadel going to get wrapped up from behind, and I don't think he had enough to get there. I think we're going to get a measurement, though, but I think he's short. I think it's a turnover on downs here for the Tigers. As the officials take a look all the way down, and how about that? I'm wrong again. First down, Tigers, as Bowman stretched out just enough to get across there. I thought that would have at least warranted a measurement. But our officials deciding no measurement needed, and their eyesight better than mine. So 1st and 10 from the Oshkosh North 26. 10:29 left here in the first, and the clock winds now. See what the Tigers are able to do with a fresh set of downs. Meverden split wide out here to the near side. And we got some confusion here on the Tigers side of things, and they're going to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout right along with them. 10:17 left in the second. Tigers on the move. We'll be back. Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, nasonvilledairy.com.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
It's a university where professors know your name and get you involved in research.
They inspire us to realize big dreams.
At UW-Stevens Point, sustainability is what we stand for.
Our beautiful campus encourages exploration, developing new fields, and problem solving for the real world.
It's a great place to launch your career.
UW-Stevens Point is home.
Apply today at uwsp.edu.
77-year-old Beal Stadium is our event location today. Tigers, Spartans. Tigers on the move. Krieger drops back to pass. Passes over the middle. Meverden is going to be over his head, and it's going to be a flag on the play as the pass really was overthrown. I don't think Shamans had a chance, or I'm sorry, Meverden never had a chance on that ball, but Shamans trailing him, tugged on his jersey, and the Tigers are going to be able to move up the ball here on the pass interference. 2 flags down on the field. For the 1 penalty, our white hat here explaining the consequences of the penalty to the Tigers huddle. And pass interference indeed the call. So we're going to move this ball from the 26 up to the 14-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 14. And I would bet we've got a Brant Bowman handoff in the making here. Krieger in the pistol. Pierce to his left, Bowman to his right. Bowman handoff. Bowman handoff to the corner. Bowman's going to race to the end zone. That's a touchdown, Tigers. Well, it's not that I called it, but I called it. That doesn't much matter, though. It's a Tigers touchdown, and they're going to line up in one of their crazy formations here and force the Spartans to call a timeout. We'll keep it here with them here, as this probably be a little bit shorter variety timeout here. But nice run there by Bowman, and you could just see the run coming the whole way. After that pass interference penalty, oftentimes teams will instead take another shot at the end zone. But for the Tigers, you hand the ball off to Bram Bowman, it's about the same thing as a 25-yard pass, just the way that he's able to get up and around on the football field. He's got a very special gift out there when he's got the ball in his hands. As quick a guy as you would find in Central Wisconsin football, and he's got a nose for the end zone. And he showed some of his skills there. Second touchdown of the day for Bram Bowman. As the Tigers up 13-0 here, as the extra point attempt will be upcoming. I mentioned before Wild Rose Pittsville going on, and we don't know what happened there at the end of it. Well, guess what? You and I are going to find out at the same time what happened here later tonight as highlights come out, and highlights of all of our games can be found at the Zaleski Sports Show Network. We will make sure to put the Pittsville Wild Rose highlights over at Zaleski Sports Stevens Point. That's where you'll see them first on Facebook. And the extra point attempt by Coffrin is up and through, so the Tigers go up 14-0, and we are at 10:06 in the fourth quarter. We'll be back after this.
My name is Marissa, and I just finished my junior year in college. It's time for me to buy my first car before I start my senior year and before I start my career search. I clicked on an ad for Wheelers and found a car that was in my budget. I contacted the dealership, and they emailed me an appointment for test drive. Test drive day is here. The sales staff was helpful and made sure I was comfortable learning about the car. It only took a few minutes and my credit application was approved. Just a couple of quick signatures and a payment I can afford. My first time buying a car, and it was so simple. Thank you, Wheelers.
Coffrin sends the ball away. Picked up there by the Spartans at around the 8-yard line. And that's Tao with the ball and makes a couple Tigers miss, and Spartans will set up shop back at their own 28-yard line.
Connor with the return. Hot with the tackle.
Yeah, we appreciate you joining us today. Thank you for enjoying our broadcast here as you watch this game. Make sure to check out the bottom of the screen and our in-game commercials and thank those sponsors. Those are the ones that make this whole thing possible. Without them, we do not live broadcast. So I do need your help to head out to those places and buy some of their stuff. That's what helps them keep the money coming our way. Crumry in motion here for the Spartans, and just a bit of a ruse there as they were checking out the defensive lineman here again for the Tigers. This time Tao calls for it, and he's going to sprint here to his left. Cuts back inside. Nice run here by Tao on the cutback. And he's going to have a nice gain of almost 10 yards on the first down carry. And it looks like they are going to mark him right at the sticks, and it's a first down Spartans.
First down for Oshkosh North.
So first and 10 from their own 39. Crumry in motion. Tao calls for it. Drops back to pass here, and he's got a guy open here down the middle. All the way down to the, brought down around the 21-yard line is number 6, Brandon Christie. Christie got behind the Tigers secondary, and it's a big gain on first down, and the Spartans are on the move. We check in back in Stratford. It's the number 5 Stratford Tigers over the Auburndale Apaches, 17-7. That game in the second quarter. And just got an update from Wild Rose. It's the Pittsville Panthers over the Wild Rose Wildcats, 7-0. And Stephen, now that I say that name out loud, that makes sense. Wild Rose Wildcats. All right. Tao with the handoff here up the middle, and that's going to go nowhere as he was met right away by number 19, Justin Stanek. And it's going to be a loss of 1 on the play as Dion Stulo got stood up by Stanek. Spartans right back at the line, going to go after him here right away. Trevor Van Dyke split out to the near side. Crumry all the way out to the wide side. Ball here on the near hash for the Spartans. Tao calls for it once, calls for it twice. Sprints out to his right. He's got Crumry running to the pylon. Nothing there. And the Tiger defense converges on Tao. And it's number 38, Ben Gust, with the sack.
Gus makes the next tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of ball 5, 3rd down.
Just under 8 minutes left here in the second quarter. Spartans by far their deepest entry into Tiger territory. They're down on the 25, but it's 3rd and 15. Looking for positive yardage here to see if they can have a chance at a 4th down conversion. Perhaps even a 3rd down conversion. There's 3 receivers out here to the left, and Tao runs instead. He's going to run down to about the 21-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain. As they had a 3 receiver combo here to the near side, and Crumry was running open there momentarily. Tao didn't see him. So instead it's a 4th and long upcoming for the Spartans. They're going to keep their offense on the field here perhaps. Yes, indeed. So Stulo back with Tao. As it's 4th and long from the 20, Tiger defense here looking to force a turnover on downs. Tao puts his mouth guard in. Calls for it. Stulo out to the right. No, instead the pass over the middle is tipped. There could be a turnover on downs as that pass was tipped at the hands of number 19, Justin Stanek. Get to call his name here a couple times on that drive. And a nice job there by the Tiger defense to make a nice stand there. After they had let the Spartans get down the field, there was a big Christie pass there, a nice 30-yard pass completion for the Spartans during that drive, but unable to get points. The Tigers send their offense back on the field here again in the second quarter. Bowman here sprinting wide left. And I say sprinting, I mean that kid is running. Makes a few miss, pushes one down, and Bowman going to have about a 15-yard gain on first down.
With a nice carry. It's another Tiger first down.
So 1st and 10 now up already past the 35, up to the 37-yard line of the Tigers.
Christie made the stop of the play. 1st and 10 up to 36.
Krieger in the pistol, and we got a flag here, and we've got a sideline warning on the Tigers, and they are just about all standing on the boundary line. As we look down here, right when that flag was thrown, it's exactly what the call was, and it's a sideline warning, so there's no true penalty there for the first one anyway. Kind of like buy one get one free. That was the free one. So 1st and 10 remains, 6.5 minutes left before halftime. Pierce with the inside handoff. Pierce streaks ahead. He's got a gain of 6 on the play. Back-to-back 6-yard runs for Pierce. We take a look again down at Wild Rose. The undefeated Pittsfield Panthers score again. It's 14-0 down in Wild Rose. Sean Cordy on the call down in Wild Rose, covering the Pittsfield Panthers and the Wild Rose Wildcats. And then again, I mentioned Stratford a couple times. They still lead the Apaches 17-7. That's in the second quarter. Steve Maves doing a nice job there for us and bringing you all the Stratford Auburndale play-by-play. Krieger here rolls out to the right. Bowman with it. With the catch, gain of about, they're going to gain of 11 on the pitch and catch. Again, Krieger finding Bowman. Second time they've hooked up today. Nice job there by Bowman also coming back for that ball. You hear that a lot at the NFL level, even sometimes watching college football. You got to come back and get the ball. If you wait for it, the defender's going to close in and oftentimes pick it off. Sometimes at high school level, defender's not able to get all the way down. So anyway, Bowman, nice job coming back for the ball. Byrell pushes ahead, smashes ahead. And it's a 5-yard carry for Isaiah Byrell.
Boza makes the tackle of Byrell after a gain of about 4. Second down.
Fairly quiet crowd here at Beal Stadium today. Not a whole lot, I guess, to be excited about yet. We look forward to our halftime show. They're going to put on some sort of show here at halftime. We're going to watch it along with you. But for now, Tigers just kind of methodically moving up and down the field. Again, they've had those 2 turnovers. The score could be more than what it is. But a Krieger fumble and a Bowman fumble stopped those drives in their tracks. But essentially everything the Tigers have done on offense has come easy. They haven't punted yet today. And as I say that, it's a 3rd and 6 upcoming from the Spartan 37. But not having to punt in a half is a win no matter how you look at it, even with the 2 turnovers. Tiger defense holding up their end of the bargain on the offensive miscues and keeping the Spartans at a 0 on the scoreboard. The Bowman split out wide here to the near side. Byrell next to Krieger. Bowman in motion now. Bowman with the handoff, and he's going to be brought down. Well, almost did. Boy, look at this here. Brant Bowman gets a block from Ryan Krieger. Bowman steps aside from one and finally pushed out of bounds. What a run by Ryan Krieger. How about a Zaleski Sports Show 3 to C? That'll be on the lineup for sure this weekend. 17-yard run is what it goes down in the books for Bowman. He probably, and we'll get one of those sports science guys out here to help us out, but he probably ran about 50 yards. And he should have been tackled for a loss. And he was able to slide out of that Spartan tackle and slide all the way down to the 31-yard line. So, clock will, actually he was out of bounds here, so the clock rests at 3:47 here before halftime. Krieger looks left, back over the middle, throws the ball over the middle, Bowman open, and Bowman with a catch as he was met by Tao and brought down at the 10-yard line. Another pitch and catch from Krieger to Bowman. Krieger's perfect, 4 for 4 on the day, and a 20-yard pass play has the Tigers first and goal from the Spartan 9-yard line. Again, Bowman did a nice job of going after that ball, and his previous catch he came back for. That time he went up and high-pointed it. Either way, on offense, that's what you're taught. Go make the ball yours. And Bowman's doing just that today. Handoff here to Byrell. Pushes ahead for a few. He's going to be down around inside the 5-yard line. Actually, they're going to mark him right at the 5. So a 4-yard gain for Byrell. The Tigers knocking on the door here late in the second quarter.
Tiger run brings it down to the 5-yard line. Second goal.
Krieger staring at the sidelines. Meverton brings in the play. Coach Denny Gadel found one he liked there in his big binder of plays. Watch for maybe a Pierce run here. Pierce in the slot to the far side. Comes in motion, and timeout is called. That was going to be a handoff to Pierce, but Tigers call the timeout. We'll be right back. Tigers up 14-0. Looking for more here as there's 2:43 left before halftime. Chili Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chili, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota powerful, precise, proven. Chili Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chili Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chili Implement.
Still taking the first. Prices range from $12 to $34, with a portion of the proceeds going to the Marshfield Community Athletic.
Okay, back here at Beal Stadium, and we take a quick check down at Wild Rose. Pittsville with the ball. Nope, it is not. It is Pittsville on defense here. They're up 14-0. They're also in the late stages of the second quarter, like we are here, with 2:43 left at Beal. And Tigers bring out the same formation. Bowman slot right, Pierce slot left in motion. And looking for Pierce, and in and out of his hands. Krieger had him. And it's the first incompletion of the afternoon by Krieger, and Pierce probably catches that one 9 times out of 10. So 3rd and goal upcoming. Tigers going to go with a little heavier formation here as they send Eric Fultz in. Offensive lineman, and bring a receiver out. Didn't see who checked out. Pierce is coming out. So receiver off, extra offensive lineman in. Coffrin also out there on offense, and I formation here. Krieger will take this one under center. Byroll the up back. Bowman behind him. Hand off to Bowman, and this time he will be swallowed up in the backfield. That very reminiscent of that big play that Bowman had before, but this time number 48, Logan Bowes, able to bring him down. And the field goal unit will now come on for the Tigers as the clock will wind towards 2 minutes here. Coffrin will have a 25-yard field goal attempt coming up for Coffrin to have a chance of putting the Tigers up 17-0 here before halftime. Near side, near hash. Byroll lines it up, or Coffrin lines it up and sends it straight through. So nice job there by the Tigers, cashing in the points there. They make it 17-0, under 2 minutes to go. We'll be back.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
All right, again, under 2 minutes to go here. Essentially the NFL version of a 2-minute warning there, as Coffrin sent the field goal up and through after the Tiger drive stalled out inside the 5-yard line. Krieger had a pass go through the hands of Caden Pierce on what would have been 6. Tigers come away with points, though. They're up 17-0. And they'll send the ball back to the Spartans on offense. Offensively, Spartans had a nice possession here, their last possession. Had a 30-yard pass play to Braden Christie. Took it all the way down, or they eventually took it down to the 20-yard line. And then the Tiger defense stepped up from there. Able to get a turnover on downs, and here we are, 17-0. Coffrin to kick. Christie and Tao back deep, standing on their own 10-yard line for the Spartans. Coffrin runs into it and sends it away. That'll be taken by Tao around the 13-yard line. Runs it straight up the middle, and he's brought down by number 7, Jackson Ott. And so the Spartans will start from about the 30-yard line with 1:51 to work with. 1 timeout remaining on their side. So again, this Tiger defense, they can make any offense look a little sluggish, and they have certainly made the Spartan offense look sluggish here today. Again, I mentioned that 30-yard pass, but aside from that, not a whole lot going for Oshkosh North. Oshkosh North, 2017-18 state basketball champions. So they've got that banner hanging in the gym back in Oshkosh. Tao here, broken play, and he's got nowhere to go as the Tigers swallow him up. Number 92, Araya Zamborski, in on the sack for the Tigers. So Zamborski just methodically tracked down Tao. It was fascinating to watch there. He was just kind of step for step, left, right, and then hit. Second and long now, second and 18, push back all the way to the 22. As we see the Marshfield band start to assemble here on the Tigers sideline. They're going to put on a halftime homecoming show for the ages here at Beal Stadium today. Make sure to stay tuned for that. We'll keep you up to date on the scores from around the area. Again, that'll prompt me to go take a peek right now as, again, we see Pittsville leading Wild Rose 14-0. And we'll take a look here over at Stratford and find out what the Tigers are doing here against Auburndale. Number 5 ranked Stratford Tigers up over the Apaches 24-7. That game just about at halftime there in Stratford. It was Auburndale scoring first, and now 24 unanswered for the Tigers. These Tigers here are looking to send this game to halftime as Oshkosh North backed up on a third and long and going to fire it long to Crumry and just out of his reach. Nice coverage there by number 20, Riley Bushak. Bushak step for step with Crumry, and that'll force the punt team to come out for the Spartans. Meverton Bowman back, and they'll stand right near the 50-yard line here, right in front of us as they await this punt return. Marshfield only with one timeout. 19 seconds, and about the time this ball is fielded and pending any run back, could be closer to 10 seconds. So this punt return here, somewhat critical to the Tigers if they look to get on the scoreboard again before halftime. A big crowd here as we take a look around the stadium. Lots of people here. The bleachers completely full, and a lot of folks standing over by the concession stand around the stadium as Meverton takes it and he dances around past the 50. And some guy said just a moment ago there might be about 10 seconds left after the punt return, and there's 9 seconds left. So Tigers will have the ball here in Oshkosh territory, technically on the 49-yard line. Let's see if Coach Gadel's got a sideline route here he can run to maybe pick up a quick 10, and then you might be able to get the ball to the end zone from there. And Meverton trots out on the field here to the near side. He took about 5 steps and then stopped right there. We're not quite ready for play yet as our umpire is still figuring things out and where he wants to be on the field. All right, it's our back judge, actually. Back judge was all the way here in the offensive backfield. Now he's found his place. And we're ready. Krieger with it. 5-step drop for Krieger. Steps up easy. He is going to heave to the end zone. Meverton not going to get it there, though. And Meverton with the ball. And time is going to expire here, and it's incomplete anyway as Meverton juggled, held the ball up, and time would have expired there anyway. But the incomplete pass is the final ruling, and that is the final play of the first half for the Marshfield Tigers as they lead the Oshkosh North Spartans 17-0. Halftime show coming up. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chip's Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
Under the direction of David Carroll and Andrew Niebner, and drum majors Danielle Wolf, Alexis Simon, and Cole Stamp. Please join the band in our school song, We're Loyal to You, Marshfield High. Tonight the band would like to pay tribute to the Beatles. In 1964, they led the British invasion to America, and by 1967, they had sold millions of records and took everyone on a magical mystery tour. Our next song is the only million-selling single that the Beatles recorded, but didn't write. This is Twist and Shout. The next song was recorded in 1964 and was heard worldwide in the Beatles' first movie. This is Can't Buy Me Love. to the field to join them with one of the first songs that America saw them perform live on TV on The Ed Sullivan Show. This is I Saw Her Standing There. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, alumni and Tiger fans. Welcome to Homecoming 2018. At this time, we would like to present our 2018 Homecoming Court. First, we have Emma Haugen and Brant Bowman. Emma, daughter of Corey Drexler and Eric Haugen, is being escorted by Dean Bowman, representing Brant Bowman, son of Dean and Shanna Bowman. Aurora Otkin and Riley Bushak. Aurora, daughter of Lily Bender and Jeremy Otkin, is being escorted by Greg Bushak, representing Riley, son of Greg and Amy Bushak. Carly Nikolai and Isaiah Byro. Carly, daughter of Sarah and Tim Nikolai, is being escorted by Sam Byro, representing Isaiah Byro, son of Sam and Terry Byro. Leah Gruen and Dawson Tisver. Leah, daughter of Amy and Eric Gruen, is being escorted by Dawson Tisver, son of Cal Tisver and Virgine Weber. Chantel Nenis and Tommy Olson. Chantel, daughter of Amy and Shannon Nenis, is being escorted by Tommy Olson, son of Mike Olson. Grace Grisman and Suhas Bhatt. Grace, daughter of Heather and Ryan Grisman, is being escorted by Suhas Bhatt, son of Narayana and Hema Morale. Now introducing your 2018 Homecoming King and Queen, Ryan Z and Ryan Krieger. Ryan, daughter of Sean and Mark Z, is being escorted by Jim Krieger, representing Ryan Krieger, son of Jim and Sarah Krieger. The homecoming dance will be at the high school commons from 7 to 11 p.m. tomorrow night. Admission into the dance is by student ID and is $10 per person. The 2018 Homecoming Committee would like to thank all parents, staff, and students who helped make this homecoming a huge success. for your homecoming court. Marshfield High School would also like to recognize our senior marching band members at this time. Sean Bailey, Cole Beslick, Hunter Gwynn, Olivia Heinsohn, Maya Yonke, Tanner Michael, Calvin Lawler, Tyler Moretti, Adrian Mayagoshia, Mason Metcalf, Tiernan Meyer, Cole Pearson, Marcus Peterson, Esther Sheckerman, Logan Schreiner, Katie Schrader, Emily Schweiger, Marianne Stengel, Hugh Steiner, Eli Swanson, Andrew Wida, Danielle Wolf, and Blake Zimmerman. Congratulations again, and let's give a nice round of applause to our senior marching band members. Again, a reminder of the homecoming dance tomorrow night in the high school commons from 7 to 11 p.m. Admission into the dance is by student ID and is just $10 per person.
Implement, located just north of Highway 10 in Chile, is your place for Kubota zero-turn mowers. If your lawn is big or small, we have all the lawn care solutions for you. Check out our 60-inch deck. Kubota, powerful, precise, proven. Chile Implement is your choice for Kubota, Case IH, and Gale. Chile Implement, open 6 days a week to serve you. Chile Implement. Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Property damage or loss is what Marshfield Insurance Agency is all about. We are the area's largest insurance agency. Family owned for more than 30 years. An independent agency, we represent more than 40 A-rated insurance providers for home, auto, business, health, life, and more. Contact Marshfield Insurance Agency for a free quote today.
Johnson.
Leave a legacy, the building on the tradition of excellence, the NFL campaign.
77 years of Beal Stadium history, and we've got 1.5 regular season home games left here at Beal. And we got the half to play here as the Marshfield Tigers lead the Oshkosh North Spartans 17-0. And it was just another interesting first half of football here for the Tigers. Again, 17-0. Yeah, I guess you don't complain a whole lot there, but they did have a pass dropped what would have been a touchdown, and instead settled for a Mason Coffrin field goal, and then a Krieger fumble and a Bowman fumble, and both times Tigers were on the move inside the 50-yard line and limiting theirself on points. But fortunately, these Marshfield Tigers have a defense, and it's a good one, and it's the reason you see a 0 on the other side of the scoreboard for the Oshkosh North Spartans. For the Spartans, they had one big play in the first half. It was a 30-yard pass completion that sent them eventually down to the Marshfield Tiger 20-yard line. The Tiger defense held, though, forced a turnover on downs eventually after that big play. And other than that, the Spartans just lackluster on offense, and their season stats showed that, so they're living up to their season thus far, which thus far is 0-6. Tigers 6-0, so they're on opposite ends of the spectrum, opposite ends of things in the Valley Football Association. And opposite ends of things here on the scoreboard, again, as the Tigers lead the Spartans 17-0. The Tigers will kick to the Spartans to start our second half clock, and we will be underway here momentarily. Again, we were looking at scores from around the area. Stratford up over the Auburndale Apaches, 24-7. Auburndale struck first, scored in their opening drive, and it's been 24 unanswered for the Tigers. They're ready to start the third quarter. Also down in Wild Rose, Pittsville Panthers, number 7 ranked Pittsville Panthers. They're undefeated. They're 6-0, and they lead the Wild Rose Wildcats 14-0. And all games are about to begin their second half, and we have begun second half here as the Spartans and that was Christie taking the kickoff and brings it back up across 20 to the 22-yard line, and the Spartans will set up shop there.
Fascinating tackle for the Tigers. Ball placed at the 22-yard line, 1st and 10.
One of the things that the Spartans do is they come up to the line, they read the Tiger defense, look to the sidelines, get the coach's read on things, and then sometimes we'll adjust that play. And that just, to me, is just a lot of start and stop at the high school level. No real chance to get into a rhythm. No chance to really get things going here. And again, we've got whistles here before the snap, and it looks like, not exactly sure, but maybe a missing mouth guard here as we see number 34, Aaron Goodmuth, come running off the field, and he's going to be off the field and unable to participate in this play. It looks like he was missing his mouth guard. So he stands on the sideline next to Spartans offensive coordinator. His replacement here having trouble getting his chin strap snapped on. Now we're underway, so now here comes Van Dyke in motion all the way here to the near side. Nothing going there. That was, again, that test of the Marshfield Tiger defense formation. Coaches take a look at it, send in the new signal. And again, just that start and stop. To me, not preferential for a high school football team, as Tao spins out of a tackle and up across the 25-yard line, a gain of 4 on the play for Tao. Again, just wouldn't be the way I would do it. Sometimes you got to you call your offensive play, you send your offense out there, and you let them execute the play you called. And then you call the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and that gets your team in an offensive rhythm. And these Spartans are lacking rhythm here as we get our first look at the squad from Oshkosh North. Tao again, keep, and he powers ahead. Tripped up there by Nolan Hurdle, but not after about a 6.5-yard gain. That's enough for a first down. So 2 runs and a Spartan first down. As the Beal Stadium crowd here begins to filter back into their seats after getting their brats and popcorn and a bunch of Scotty's Pizza down there too. Nothing wrong with the Scotty's Pizza, especially at a football game. Pretty cool menu choice at the concession stand. Van Dyke in motion here again, and this time he goes. Tao keeps again. So 3 straight plays and 3 straight runs for Adipan Tao. And this one's a gain of 7. So 17 yards rushing here on 3 carries for Tao. And he's got the Spartans in a manageable